Hey guys, welcome to Melissa Valentine's Nursery. You guys, we are on, I'm Melissa, by the way. We are on episode 2. Episode 2, you guys. We are on episode 2. Enjoying our reborns. This episode begins with R. And today, joining us, I have one of, well, I'd be lying if I said that. This is my most prized, most special reborn that's in my nursery. She's the reason I'm here. She's the reason that you're here. She is the reason that I'm happy. No, she's not completely the reason I'm happy, but you know what I'm saying? Like, she's helped me through a lot. And this is the Alyssa sculpt. Now, I'm going to be honest. A lot of times the Alyssa sculpt looks lame, I feel. But she's done really well. I don't know if you guys can see. She's done really well. She's got rooted hair. Her artist is Natalie Fakebridge. From Precious Reborns Nursery. I never altered her in any way. Now, she is my lightest reborn. Natalie has weighted my dolls because I have 2 other dolls from her, and she has weighted them phenomenally. Now, I don't know if, like, through the years, artists change up what they do. I'm going to have to, I think I'm confident enough. Well, I know I'm confident enough now, but I'm going to reweight her. And she sits separate. Like, she doesn't, not really sit. I don't interact with her a lot because she did start to have shine on her hands. And I was worried that there would be rub off. Because usually there's a layer of like varnish. And if you get past that, the paint's going to start rubbing off. So I did varnish her, not with the same medium, not with the same paint. It was, I don't have it here. Anyway, it's with my table, my workstation table. It was acrylic based, but I did it so that I can protect her hands, and it takes the shine off of it. Maybe I did a video in the past about it. Maybe I'll do another one. So I did do that on her hands because her hands were really shiny and I started feeling a certain way. With that being said, right? We're here because our reborns, we're reigniting our passion for the reborns that we already have, our love, because sometimes the magic gets lost, especially with certain babies. And this baby, I know she's sentimental to me and she means a lot to me. She's never going anywhere. Like, this is my Adelaide. This is a Bountiful Baby sculpt. She's an Alyssa, a Bountiful Baby sculpt. So we are on the first real episode. This is the second episode, but we are like on the first, like, meat and potatoes. This is R. Can you guess what R would be? Role play. Now, listen, role play comes in many forms. You know what I'm saying? Role play comes in many, many different forms. So we're going to talk about it because a lot of you might be like, oh, I've been in the reborn community forever. I know all about role play. This is the same mundane stuff. No, I am going to elaborate, and I may have different ideas that you can take, adapt with, and utilize, So R's for role play. And the very first thing I'm going to talk about, because I just finished a series with Sandra a few weeks ago. And one of them that I did was feeding, making bottles. There's different formula recipes out there. And I'm like I've told you in the past, I'm not somebody who feeds my reborns all the time. Like, I don't bottle feed them. On occasion, like very few, I have picked up a magic bottle and pretended for a very short time. That's just not my thing. But for you, try it. Listen, my grandma says, don't knock it till you try it. So the thing is, even if it's not for you, try it. Just try it. Look, I'm going to pat the baby. I'm role playing right now. You can, if you want a quick, easy bottle, something you're going to use immediately, you can use flour, coffee creamer is a like easy, quick and easy thing. I have coffee creamer in my stash of stuff because I don't use powdered creamer. I'm talking about using like the cheap powdered creamer. You know, you can even make a long-term solution you can use Elmer's glue, hot water, do the right ratio, and then you could either add like a touch of vanilla or you can add coloring and then seal your bottle completely. You're going to want to seal all your passport. You're going to have to seal all the holes on the nipples. But if you want a long-term solution, that Elmer's glue with hot water and either vanilla or yellow food coloring, that works like a charm. Like that has lasted me a while, but you have to shake them up, you know? So I did a video on this. You should go check it out. But yeah, that's a good, you know, people, they use, fabric softener. There's like a fabric softener that's like tinted yellow. I don't know what it's called exactly, but you can use that. Now, like I said, don't say, oh, no, that's corny. I don't want to try to even attempt to feed my babies. Just try it. It may soothe you. It may be relaxing. You know, I had a drinking wet that I had sold and I fed him a couple times, but, and it was relaxing. It was relaxing, right? So that's one part of role play. Then of course we know we have the diaper changing. I don't change my diapers unless they get nasty because diapers are expensive. But then you do have the option of the disposable diapers. I'm not disposable, the cloth diapers. Etsy sells them. You could probably get them on Amazon, you know, and you could change your baby as many times as you want. Some people take polyfill and put a little polyfill with a little bit of like an essential, like a powder fresh, like oil or something, and just put it on there. On the polyfill, not your baby. Don't put it on your baby at all. It can like ruin everything. Don't do it. But you can like to make the smell nice, you know, like people will change their babies, you know, and when they change their clothes, they'll go ahead and they will change you can experiment with different types of cloth diapers. They have different types with different designs on them. So, you know, you may see it as like a little tiny thing, but a tiny thing can make a big difference, you know? When you have something special for your baby, that can form a connection. You know, some people assign different type of feelings or different personalities for their babies. You know what I mean? Like this baby right here, I will always look at her as like a cute, gentle baby, you know, very like, you know, delicate. This baby here, my first one, she's like my little delicate little ballerina, you know, I don't know. She's just delicate to me. I am going to add weight to her because I think it's time. I've had her almost 3 years now. And she did come light. I don't think Natalie makes her babies this light anymore. I mean, it's really light. But the head's nice and, you know. But, so I am going to add weight to her. It's time. I don't want her paint to ruin, you know. And I really should be putting like a felt on this, you know. I love these Honeybug. See this right here? Something little like this can help you bond better with your babies. And, you know, role playing her, you know, she's stuck on a pacifier. So, and changing our babies, like giving them the personality with different clothes. I got her in swans. You know, I found this. I thought this was awesome. I don't see a lot of outfits with swans on it. And, you know, I'm a nature person. So, and I thought it was like 80s and like the soft colors because she's my little delicate rose. Well, she's not rose, but she's my little delicate baby, my little Addie, my Adelaide. You know, something that I do a lot when it comes to role playing, rocking and cuddling. I don't really rock as much. I naturally rock even without the babies, you know, like you'll see me sway like this. I don't naturally rock. I mean, I naturally rock. I don't do it for the babies. But, you know, I will watch TV and I will cradle the baby like this. You know, I'll cradle her and watch TV and, you know, and then I do this a lot. Like if I'm watching TV, but I'm careful with the babies because the paint on the face. So with the paint on the face, I will make sure they have mitts because sometimes their face touches their hands and I don't like the vinyl rubbing on vinyl. I get scared with the paint. So with that, you know, you have to be careful. Now, if you have a cuddle baby, and then be careful what you're wearing. dark colors. Like this has been washed a million times. It's a lighter green, you know, so I feel confident. And then you can sit here and watch TV and feel that weight on you. And this one's a light baby. So, but you know, some of my babies are a lot heavier. You know, so I do this. I watch TV. I've even been on the computer answering you guys' comments. I'm slack, but I'm catching up, you know. So this is something that I do a lot. Holding the baby like this. I'll take the baby, put the baby like this on my chest, on my recliner, and I'll sit there, you know, on my recliner, watching TV, you know. I'll pick up the baby and look at the baby, and I'll see the little hands in front of its face like this, you know. But you got to be careful with your pacifiers, because like this makes me paranoid. A lot of times if the pacifier doesn't have felt, you know, and then this is fine because, you know, I've washed her clothes before and peekaboo, peekaboo, I see you, peekaboo. She's a cutie, you guys. So, you know, this is typical, my typical, or like this, you know, or if I'm laying in bed watching TV, I'll do this. Now, if I fall asleep, I try not to, because if you're a rough sleeper, I usually stay in one spot. I wind up on my back always. And then once I'm on my back, I stay there. But if I'm like watching TV like this, you know, but if I do sleep with the baby, it's off to the side. I make her own little pod, her own little area, him or her. But yeah, I mean, this right here is comforting in itself. I mean, squeezing something like a teddy bear. You know what I mean? So that's a way to do it, you know? So, when I first got into the Reborn hobby, I was watching a lot of YouTube. I feel like my allergies are aggravating me. You know, I feel like I always have to drink something. You guys, that's not normal. Because I always feel like I don't smoke, you know? I'm not around anything like that. So I don't know why I have this cough that's been for months and months and months. I might need to get that checked out. Like, I think it's allergies, but it might not be because I double up my Claritin. So I don't know, but I'm sorry. So when I watched a lot of YouTube before I was buying babies, I was like watching people role play. And eventually I ran into, I think I had a couple of Reborns. Eventually I ran into the creator on YouTube. I can't remember her name, but the Babysit Me app. There's a Babysit Me app, and I downloaded it. And then I realized you had to pay for the full experience. You guys, it's not that expensive. It's not that expensive. So I put it on my phone, and you can use it short term. I think it's like an hour, or I don't know. You can use it for short term time or long term time. You guys, you set it on your phone, you leave your phone on, and you let the prompts work. You know, it'll pop up, the baby's crying, the baby's hungry. I still have it on my phone, but I don't use it because, okay, I've tried it. I think it's great for an activity, especially if you're trying to deter your teenagers from having kids. But as somebody who just wants to relax with the babies and not necessarily be on somebody else's schedule, because that's what it is. It puts you, it's like interactive. It makes your baby more interactive. But I think it's great. I have let it go off, like set it to let it go off. And then, but it's called Babysit Me. It's the app. And the creator has a YouTube channel, and I can't remember. I want to say her name is like Shells Bells or something. I think that's the right one. I think. You guys, just put in Babysit Me app in your app store. I have an iPhone, so I do have it. I have the full version. And hey, I may do a video on it. It may be clipped, you know. Oh, I can't do a video because I don't have a separate camera. I have to use Joe's. I use my phone to film. So, that's something that, you know, I have to use my phone. Yeah, I'd have to get, because I am working, I would like to get a functional video camera for YouTube, but right now it's just not in the cards because I'm buying babies. So that's something. Now, I have seen online on different sites, they have the breathing simulator. There's one for $26 on Reborn Dolls by Sarah.com. Sarah without an H. Reborn Dolls by Sarah.com. It's $26. You put it in your baby and it simulates breathing. But then there is another one that is, I'm guessing it's better quality. It is $120 US. It's in Australia though. And by stillmomentsnursery.com.au. Stillmomentsnursery.com.au. It is a breathing simulator. I think that's cool. I don't know. I've never experienced those, so I can't tell you if it sounds electronic. I know Ashton Drake. I had an Ashton Drake partial silicone that breathed and cooed. It was cute as a button, don't get me wrong. But I felt like it was too electronic sounding, and I felt like the cooing, the baby sounded sick. These, I don't think they coo. These are just electronics. They go inside the baby and the chest rises and falls. You can go on Etsy and get breathing simulators for dolls, and they're varying prices. Now, on my phone, I wish I would have, because I can't do nothing now. I'm filming, but there is a, oh man, I'm about to put it in the description if I remember. There's something you put in your baby, and it's expensive now. This is like $500, I think. It's like up there. Don't quote me if I'm wrong, but it's up there. And you put it in your baby, and it does the same thing as the Baby Sit Me app, and it like cries, and it's like one of those babies they had in school. What is it? Those babies, I forget, and they cry and you got to reset them, and there's a key. A simulator baby. You put it in the baby, and I think I just spit all over you guys. I'm sorry. But like, you put it in the baby, it cries, it whines, it does all sorts of stuff. I don't know. It's a little more, you have to do, I think they have like a wire that goes up to the mouth for a magnet. So like for feeding purposes, but it is very expensive. And I would actually like to have one, but I'd like to have babies more. So that's not going to happen. But I can't remember what website it was. I have it saved in my bookmarks to my web pages. Okay. So I'm looking at my list here because I don't know. I said I put play with them using toys like moving limbs. So I'm thinking, when I wrote this down, I was thinking of, like when you have a real baby and you lay the baby down and you have like the little toys and you like playing with the baby. I'm trying to see if I have one. I have one behind me, I think. Yeah, like you're playing with the baby and you like just has the, just playing. Hey, baby girl. Yeah, baby girl. And then you can also like lay the baby down. Like when the baby has gas and you move his feet. You move the feet. I could hear the diaper. You move the feet and you move the arms, Some people, you might want to watch TV, and maybe you have, a lot of people lately have like the Moses baskets I'm noticing on YouTube. Maybe you have one. Maybe you have one of the pet carriers like I have. This works perfect for my silicone. She's snug as a bug in a rug. But you can like, play with the, hey, baby girl. Yeah, take the toy and position them and play with them and just like, touch them and hold, general play, without having to like pick them up and throw them around, So the other thing I wrote down was put your reborns on a schedule. This is on your own schedule. This isn't like Baby Sit Me app or any stimulation. You put it on, like you wake up, you mentally say, okay, baby, I think the baby's crying, like on your own schedule. You know what I'm saying? So it's not as inconvenient. But you can put your baby on a schedule. If you're somebody that's home, I work 5 days a week on night. So my schedule, you guys always see me in pajamas. 9 times out of 10, I'm in pajamas and I pre-record. So you guys may see me in the same clothes for like every other video or one video after the next, because I'll pre-record ahead of time. And then I will set them to go off like every day, one after the other, or every other day, just depending. And then I may, like this week, Sunday, I recorded and I spread them out every other day. And then today's Monday. So I'm recording today and I'm doing my, a couple of my episodes for my series. you guys, by the time you see this, this will be 2 weeks out. Okay. So for a couple Fridays, I'm going to be wearing the same nightgown. I work tonight. It's Monday. So I go to bed at 2 p.m. So, all right. Put your reborns on a schedule, right? Feed schedule, play schedule, nap schedule, walk in the park schedule. Some go outside with the babies. You know, some people who had the jaundice babies who go out. I wouldn't put your reborns in direct sunlight, all right? You know what I'm saying? But if it's like a cloudy day, play with the baby, you know, like a baby, you know? So putting your babies on a schedule. Remember, you're trying to reconnect with your babies, establish that bond again, and you know, enjoy your reborns more, you know, so we can stay off the Reborns websites and not buy new babies. And that's what I do. Now, I am really seriously thinking about, if I haven't already, you know, because it's 2 weeks out, getting one of the alternative babies that I've seen. If that baby's still available, I am really thinking strongly about it. Oh my God, I might do it. Sandra's going to kill me because I know I got the doll show. And by the time you guys see this, I will be going to the doll show the next Friday. I set these off Friday, 6 p.m. I'll be going to the doll show the next morning. So if, while you're watching this, right? And if it's Friday, the 28th, June 28th, 2024, I will be going the next morning. So I will be going to bed early and I will be heading out to Raleigh, North Carolina. Okay. So exciting. I may come back with a baby. I may come back with a little bunker. Oh, yes, a little bunker. Okay. You guys, I have too much fun doing this. This is why I love this. Okay. Photo shoots. I don't do this as much as I would like to. I do have photos of my babies set up, but some people will go all out and they'll get the crocheted little bikini outfits or whatever they're called, like the bottoms and the hats and stuff. And they'll literally do a photo shoot with their baby. Now, when I dress my baby and I do a thumbnail, or if I want just a cute shot of my baby, I'll do that. Look how cute she is. That would make a nice thumbnail. How long do I have to be like that for it to take it as a thumbnail? All right, maybe it took it. I don't know. I'm trying so that I don't have to make one. But so photo shoots, and there's props, you guys. The little toys, like you guys call them the loveys. You know, use props. Shelbia uses, I've seen things that I wouldn't even think about that she uses. She's got temperature monitors or something. I forget what I don't know. She sees these little devices little things you can get in the baby aisle anywhere. And it's more than just a teddy bear or something. And she'll accessorize and use it, you know, as if it's a real baby. You know, maybe you want to take photos of the baby on the changing table and you put around it a baby wipe warmer. You know, if you have the extra funds to make extra scenery around the baby for aesthetics. You know, I like my Moses basket. I have a couple photos of little baby Luca, Sandra has now, in the Moses basket. Cute as a button. I think I altered some of the photos of him. I like to crop my photos and make them nice, but you know, you can put the baby in a boppy with a bottle and set them up nicely. You know what I mean? So shopping. There's another thing. Take your baby shopping. Nobody has to know. If you feel like you don't want to be bothered with anybody, and let's say you go and you get a stroller, whether it's new or thrifted. My thrifted stroller cost me around $20 because I got the carrier and the stroller separate, 2 different thrift stores, but they were part of the Graco Snap and Go, whatever it's called, system. You can put the baby in there. If you don't want to be bothered, put a blanket over it like people do with their newborns, and don't be bothered with nobody. I've had people, you know, be like, oh, can I see the baby? And I'm like, she's sleeping right now. And I just go ahead and walk. I know it could be rude, but if you don't, you know, we have boundaries in our personal space. And some people are very friendly and they mean no harm. But if we don't want to be bothered, we have our own bubbles, you know, and boundaries. And it's important, you know, that, and in America, I think this is more prominent, that we respect our boundaries. You know, everybody's got a bubble in America. But in other countries, it may not be so. as stringent, but, you don't have to talk to anybody. You could bring your baby with you. You and your baby know the real deal. And you go in and you put the baby in the carrier and you put a blanket over it. Nobody has to know. You could take the baby to families' houses. If you're a reborn collector that's out of the closet, take the baby with you to your family. I've taken my baby to my babies to my sister's house so many times, and she's like weirded out by the reborns. But I don't care. I'm going to take my baby, whether or not I take her in a carrier or just carry her in my arms. So, and you could take your baby out to outings. Say you want to go for a walk in the park. They have slings, strollers, whatever. It's your baby. It's your business. It doesn't matter what you do out there. And I've learned that because I've taken my full, my Liam, big, tall, 28 inches? So what was it? Big one, out to Dollar Tree. And I got looks. But, and it does make you feel a certain way. But then when you think about it, who cares, right? You're bonding with your dolls. This is your hobby. You don't know what hobbies they have. You don't know what people like. You don't know people's backgrounds. They could be really friggin' warped. You know what I'm saying? So consider that when people try to judge. What do you have what skeletons do you have in your closet that you got to pick on me, right? So think about that. You could take your baby out with you. So you can do, this goes along with dressing and role play because just some of these overlap. But when you get dressed for the day, you can go in the doll room or wherever you keep your babies, or with, if the baby's in the room with you, and you can dress the baby for the day to match you. You can match. If I wanted to, I can wear pink and the green. If you guys hear an alarm going off, it's my son's alarm for school. He's supposed to be waking up. So shortly I'll be wrapping this up and I'll be making pancakes for him. But you can dress the baby to look like you, right? Okay. And then for nighttime, going to bed. You know how many times I've done this? Because I wear pajamas all the time. And I'm like, I'm going to bed. I'll dress the baby up in like a nice sleeper, right? Especially one that's comfortable and I can cuddle with the baby before I fall asleep. And then the other thing is with the baby, something I do. If I'm walking through my house, sometimes we straighten things up and we put things here and there. And, I'll carry the baby with me as long as I'm not doing dishes or cooking. Now, if it's a bowl of cereal, which I don't really eat cereal, but if it's like getting crackers, that's different. And you got to be very careful. Like I try not to put food around her, or him, whatever I got, but I do keep my babies clothed and I try to keep them dry and away from things that are not, that might hurt them. But like walking around your house, going from here to there, I'll have, I carry the baby around the house sometimes. So that's a way to connect. Now, hopefully, sometimes we think of general role-playing ideas, but hopefully I have given you some ideas. A lot of people, they may not know about the Babysit Me app or, whatever I've mentioned, right? Pretending the baby's got gas, moving the legs back and forth. You know what I mean? Another thing with role-playing is, we like the weight of the babies and stuff. And this might go with altering the babies, but I was just thinking this because, when we role-play, we like realism. So maybe you want to go ahead and alter your babies if you're comfortable to make them more real for you so that you can role play more effectively. So because these babies help with our mental, with our psyche, they help. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if people say it's like a vice or a crutch. If you need that, people go and pay therapists for this, for their mind, So why can't we help ourselves? This is our form of journaling. Right? Because we live out things through, I understand the babies are vinyl, silicone, whatever they may be. I get it. They're not real. But for us, it gives us a sense of security, cuddles, cuddling with the baby. It gives us that if we need it. Babies can't talk back to us. Babies don't put us on a schedule, it's on our own accord. So I hope you guys liked the first episode. No, this is the second episode because the first one was the intro. Stay tuned. This was just the simple discussion. Let me know how you like to role play. Is there anything that you have not done in your role play when you do that you would like to try? Did I come up with any ideas for you? There's a lot of videos about reborn role play on YouTube. Maybe I brought something to light that you maybe have not done yet and that you would like to try. So, tell me how you feel about it. Tell me what you plan on doing. Are you planning on trying to pick up that baby that's been sitting there and trying to maybe potentially role play with that baby and try to form that connection again, make it magical again, like just holding her? And I don't hold her often. Like, I'm just looking at her, especially in like the video, and I'm like, God, look at her. She's got like little bumps on her face, like little baby things. She's just so cute, and she's rooted, and she's just so pretty. She's pretty. Like a lot of Alyssa sculpts, they just don't have it, and I think she's very cute. And I picked a nice one for my first one, my first reborn. I picked a very nice one, and I thank Natalie. I do. She's very nice. But just by doing this video, I'm connecting with her. Like I said, this baby's sentimental to me. So I will have that in there. But as far as playing and holding and hugging, she doesn't get a lot of time. But I think I am going to weight her. She's so adorable. Yes, she is. But anyway, so you guys, I want to thank you for this. I will see you in next video, whenever. And the next episode, episode 3, which is going to be E. So stay tuned to see what E is. You know, some of these are self-explanatory. You're going to know because it spells out Reborns, R.E.B.O.R.N.S. So, but anyway, you guys, thank you so much for being here. Love you guys tons. You know, you guys are my tribe. Love it. You know, like, subscribe, comment, share. Tell me your thoughts. How are you feeling about this series? There's going to be little surprises in it. I couldn't do it in the early. I'm not doing it early on now. All right, you guys. I love you guys so much. Until next time.